Did you know that according to a study by the Norwegian Business School, the number of Americans in debt skyrocketed to 40 million in 2021? This number sounds scary as people spend years trying to get out of debt. Still, there are simple strategies that don't require much cost, effort, or time. Just imagine that you can get rid of even the biggest loan by using 5 easy tips, which later can also make you rich. And most importantly, these are not just words. Each method was developed and tested by Grant Cardone. He managed to turn his life around, becoming a multimillionaire from a bankrupt junkie. I'm sure your life can change too. The only thing to do now is to watch the video until the end. Welcome to the main channel on finance. Join the Future Millionaires Club by clicking the subscribe button right now. Bankruptcy, losing, living at the bottom. This is where young Grant's path to success began. Once when I was a kid, I dropped a quarter in the store. It fell down a hatch and it was impossible to get out. I got so mad. My father told me to be careful with money, but my grandfather counted a lost quarter isn't the problem. The problem is that it was your only quarter, Brand says. Cardone didn't have the makings of a millionaire. He was a junkie, greedily racking up a lot of debt for his own amusement. It all started right after high school. He got into bad company and he spent all the money he got on alcohol and drugs. Of course, this soon led to the development of a real addiction. So Grant Cardone got into a rehabilitation center, where, with the help of willpower and the support of others, he managed to overcome his addiction. Much more difficult was the situation with debts, which were not as easy to get rid of. Left penniless, Cardone sought different approaches to his financial problems. He began with self-improvement, and then he directed the proper knowledge and experience he gained to earning money in a way the would-be millionaire had nothing to lose. And that's why he was able to achieve success by grasping at not the most obvious options. Now it seems that being broke helped me become rich. Because I had nothing to lose, I focused on my goals and tried hundreds of methods to pay off debts. You'd be surprised, but only 5 of them were really useful. Cardone states, the multimillionaire is convinced that every method he describes can help absolutely anyone get rid of debts. Therefore, it is high time to share them with you. Problem awareness. Unravel the whole tangle. Go back to the very beginning. Because the solution to all problems is always there, states Grant. The first thing to do is pause and stop putting yourself in debt. From that day on, give up consumer credit so that you can soberly assess the situation. That is, know the exact unwavering amount owed. Then you can start looking for solutions. In 2016, Harvard researchers found that the most effective approach to getting rid of debt is to focus on paying off the smallest debt, also called the snowball method. It works like this: you need to make a list of all debts from the smallest to the largest. Then start paying the minimum amount on all debts except the smallest debt. For that one, you need to pay as much as you can each month until you pay it off ultimately. After that, move on to the next one in line. Don't give up on the step beforehand. Try it out on yourself first. Psychologically, it can have a positive impact and help you see the light at the end of the debt tunnel. Second chance. Act without haste. It takes time, a little hard work, and a cool head to get out of debt, says Grant. Very often debt puts pressure on a person more mentally than financially. Worrying about what tomorrow will be like, where to get the money, how to live with it, we begin to make bad financial decisions, only making the situation worse. Free your mind and give yourself time to work out the problem. You can do this by refinancing your loan. Basically, refinancing a loan means that you take out a new loan to pay off one or more existing loans. This is usually done to get lower interest rates or otherwise reduce the amount you need to repay. For example, personal loans are often used as a way to refinance credit card debts. When looking for ways to refinance a loan, it is essential to review the details of your current loan agreement and compare it to what other lenders are offering, so that you can find the best options for your financial goals. Also, be sure to check for any prepayment penalties on your current loan, as the cost of refinancing may cost less than early repayment. You're not alone. And don't be afraid to accept the idea that you can handle it. It's not the end of the world. You just need to find someone to help you. The one who would not only explain how to get out of debts, but also supervise you, advises Grant Cardone. If you feel like dealing with debt is too hard for you, Don't hesitate to seek professional help. Today you can find various financial forums on the web where people are willing to help you find a solution to your debt problem. Some with personal advice and others with psychological support. There are also legal organizations that can advise you for free on how to recover debts. With their help, you can find legal loopholes to lower your interest rate or defer payments on your debt. Pay 24/7. Sometimes you have to give it all away, burn to the ground, then be reborn from the ashes, says Cardone. Think for a minute about your strategy when you want to buy what you really need. Most likely you put aside any surplus money you get, saving day by day until the amount you need is accumulated. The same should be your approach to paying off debts. As soon as you have extra money, directed to paying off debt, and do it as often as possible. Some months the surplus will be zero. Other times you can even send $100. The important thing is that these small steps will help you get out of debt faster. Use hidden resources. Check to see if you have exhausted all non-obvious sources of income. Cardone advises paying particular attention to tax deductions for medical treatment, tuition, or real estate purchases. Also consider whether it's time to put grandpa's record player or kitchen machine up for sale. Even if individually each of these sources seems like just a dull stream to you, together they can be a great help to reduce your debt. But it's not just the extra income that can speed up the process of paying off your debts. For example, some mobile apps can help you simplify the process of keeping track of your debts. Make a detailed repayment plan and remind you of when to make your payments. Of course, it won't reduce the amount you owe, but it will save you time and nerves. It is also important to remember to ask for legal help if your debt or loan has become an impossible burden. Obsession. I forgot about that forever thanks to my obsession. When I realized that I was obsessed with fantasies of wealth, fame, and the desire to make a mark on this life, the world around me began to play with new colors and I took action. Obsessions are the most valuable tools on the road to your dreams. Unfortunately, most people never admit to their obsession because they have been taught that it is a bad thing. Don't let it happen to you. Discover your obsession. Anything, no limits, and take a step toward it, advises Grant Cardone. The overall debt picture may scare you today, but don't focus on that. Program yourself to take action. You shouldn't just sit back and get depressed because of the situation. Everything can be changed. There is always a way out. And Grant Cardone's life journey is proof of that. Seek help, use every opportunity you got. Be obsessed with the end result, and debts will disappear from your life forever. And that's all I have. Please make sure to subscribe and become rich.